Hold on to your privates, everybody. Those of you who weren't already. No, I'm excited to bring up our final guest here. She's a singing sensation, and she's got the own show there. The Rock Bottom was at Joe's Pub, and maybe you've seen her on Sex and the City, Inside Amy Schumer. Please welcome Bridget Everett.
Nice choice of song.
I don't think you're crazy.
I am. And you might be a little crazy too.
Maybe, we'll see, but I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Bridget!
Yeah. Hi, Dale.
The pride of Kansas.
That's right, me and beef and wheat.
Me, beef, and wheat is always a great trio. I'm so happy to have you here, of course. You have been just doing so many great things. It's really kind of a moment for you, isn't it?
Just waiting for it to pass. Nothing lasts forever. No, things have been going all right, you know.
It's going okay.
Yeah, things have been going okay.
Now, I want to apologize because I understand that your parents would throw some pretty wild singing parties and have a little bit of scotch now and then, and the whiskey. And the smell of scotch may make you a little queasy to this day, and I just reek of the stuff. So I'm saying that if this goes well, I'm willing to make some changes.
All right, good. I think we're getting somewhere.
Good. You had just had a show this week, is that true?
I did, I think. I had a couple shows this week,
Couple of shows, and they're going well.
Yeah. I did one at Joe's Pub, and I was in Dallas and some other towns around.
A big tour.
St. Louis, Missouri, Columbia, Missouri. That was depressing, and Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah.
How were the crowds?
Well, they really came out in force in Columbia, Missouri. I found out that's really my town.
Really?
Yeah, they said, we're going to have a happy hour, and we're just not going to kick anybody out. So I don't know if you've ever performed in a room where there's drunk people, old people that have been drinking since noon and that kind of thing, and they have a lot of feedback.
Yes.
A lot of feedback.
Yeah. I've done some of those junior New Century women's clubs.
Same thing.
So I know what you're talking about. A lot of church basements get a little wild.
Oh yeah, we don't know that.
But Bridget, of course, I want to thank you, and because I think there's a certain what is the quality? It's and we can talk about it a little bit, but a little fearlessness that you bring, and I feel like you're a great release valve. A lot of us have things that are just pent up inside of us. But you and your shows and Amy Schumer, and I think Broad City as well, they represent a kind of, here we are. We're all we're in our little underground tubes in our puffy jackets and all black, and we're trying to go to our job and with miserable people, and then maybe we have a second job to pay for a substandard apartment above a frozen yogurt place. But then, so we don't have this show, but we see you and perform. It's here we go. This is what I want to be doing. I want to have stuff slipping out. And it's a great service that you're tapping into here.
Oh, thank you.
And you represent a kind of energy and you're like our spirit animals.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Just going out there.
Well, if by spirit animals you're referring to my tits? Yes. I mean, I feel like.
Yes, I'm sorry. Was that not clear?
I mean, for me, the point is, and that's a really nice thing that you're saying. But to me, it's like they're just tits. It's just, it's just a body. It's just like I have a
tits.
But you know what I mean, like
understatement of the year.
And I usually. I keep 2 bottles of Chardonnay in case you knock one down. You always want to have, you want to stay fueled up,
Go in your book, Joe.
So I definitely, tonight's a DND, a designated non-drinking night, so I'm not drinking tonight. But normally I would just have my shirt off and sitting on your lap and whatever. But this is radio, so, what's the point? So,
That's right.
But yeah,
Right.
I like to, I really like people to just, fucking feel it and live in the moment, and That's my goal.
And was that instilled, that sense of fearlessness and that sense that you're talking about, was that instilled in you in a young age?
Are you going back to the Scotch?
Well, I mean, was that where it happened for you, where you felt that? Did you, I mean, because when was the move to New York?
I don't know.
Were you that way before New York, or did you get to New York and then
I got to New York and I got like this. Well, not really. Like, when I was living in Arizona and I was just like going to karaoke bars, and that was like the only singing I was doing, and I would fucking go like, can you cuss? I'm sorry. I would just go ape shit.
You can.
Okay, you can. I'd just go wild, like, and I'd just hop on top of bars and like rip my shirt off, rip other people's shirt off, and this is just like, you know, in Scottsdale, you know. So I just, but when I was little, like, I'm the youngest of 6 kids, and everybody's really funny, and everybody was always, you know, drunk. There was a lot of Cutty Sark and scotch and things, and but my mom really, like, my dad is like razor sharp, like witty, funny. Well, he's dead now, but so he's not that way anymore. But he was when he was alive and stuff. And then my mom was just like funny and didn't know it, but she'd walk around like naked all the time. So I guess that's why I got like okay about being naked. And I'm a swimmer. I grew up in locker rooms, so just. You put the liquor and the memories and the tits and I just, you know, I just wanted to be somewhere I could drink and talk, and so I've made a career out of cabaret and such.
That's fantastic. It's fantastic. And that it's great. And that career has led you to, now you're hanging out with Amy Schumer down there in New Orleans.
That's
and
right.
Having a great time of things. I don't know where you go. I went to a haunted hotel there and had a couple of Sazeracs.
Oh, yes,
I hope that you've been to that place. Get into some trouble there.
Yeah.
And then from that to being at Carnegie Hall with Patti LuPone.
Yeah.
That's got to be a great honor.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because like 6 months before that, I was like, you know, I'm never going to play Carnegie Hall. And then like, it just happened. And with Patti LuPone, no less, you know, she was like, she and my friend Scott, who directed her shows and who's directed me before, he directed Rock Bottom and such, and he said, hey, Patty and I were wondering, like, would you be cool with, like, singing a song at Carnegie Hall? And I'm in a Chase Bank, depositing a $120 check. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, what song? Yeah, sure. Just let me know when so I can make sure I'm available. And then I got to go back again and do a song, like my own song. I opened up for Patton Oswalt, and he wrote me this like really nice email. He's like, I don't know if you want to do, like, people are so nice. I'm like, I'm walking around with a soft stool in my pants right now because I'm so freaked out. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you know, then I got a lot of air in the calendar coming up, so we'll see what happens.
Well, there's probably nothing like playing Carnegie Hall. There's no room like that in town.
No, I mean, I would say that's pretty much the tippy top, but I'd be like definitely cool with like Madison Square Garden or something.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and this place.
And this place, yeah. Well, these are the moments, you know.
Compares.
There's a line in The Climb, Miley Cyrus's big hit song, you know, these are the moments that I'm going to remember most, you know, so, yeah. You know?
I do. You're making a lot of memories for me. And you, of course, you're friends with we have a lot of mutual friends in common, too. And, of course, Murray Hill and Neil Medlin and the sweet little Molly Pope. And do you all play on the softball team together? Molly doesn't play.
Not Molly. No.
Too fragile.
Too fragile, yeah. You know, but yeah, me and Murray Hill and Neil Medlin, a.k.a. Champagne Jerry. And we also have an offshoot called Catch Club. And we go to McCarran Park. We're going to, well, I don't want to tell anybody because I don't want you to see how humiliating we play catch and do drills in the park in the middle of the day. It's no big deal. And Murray is a real taskmaster, brings a whistle and really cracks a whip. And I said, you know, Murray, we're just getting back into it this time. So, you know, let's just play catch and we just, you know, talk about showbiz. It's nice to see people in the light of day. And that's something that, you know, I would not normally do if I did not have softball.
Yeah. And you have custom outfits for that kind of thing? Kind of spangly, loose-fitting, blousy?
I save those for the stage, but we definitely, we like to get dressed up. We have, we have some stuff.
Good.
We have little wristbands and socks, and our softball team is called Team Pressure. It's our equipment manager is Adra from the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
I saw last night he's in a new major motion picture, and he was really good in it. That's not a picture. I couldn't believe it. You know? He was really great. It's a Noah Baumbach. You know, it's a lot of.
That's nice. We wish him well.
I wish him well. You know, he needs something.
And he plays with you. He's in your band, right?
He plays the bass.
Yeah. That's terrific. And now I was concerned for you because there was reports here that the California wine had a lot of arsenic in it, and I know you drink a lot of Chardonnay. Are you concerned about that?
I have my nose to the ground. I've been like, you know, there's like certain, like you turn a blind eye. No, you just.
Yeah, you don't want it to be real.
You don't want it to be real, but then you just got to research what you can drink, like what Chardonnays are okay.
That's right.
And
That's right.
it turns out there's a number of them, and so I think I'm going to be okay.
Well, I was thinking you should have your own brand and your own
would like
bottle,
that. I mean,
and maybe it could have a little wrapper that just kind of falls off when music
That's
plays.
a great idea. I love that.
Just slide. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be like, yeah, that's so nice. And then you could even like, maybe you could put just like a little, it could like slope it into like a long, like, because I call my mom, we call her mom beaver tails because she has like these long little tits. And like, so it could have like a little nozzle at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you could just, off the little, at the thing falls off, you can, wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice. Like the old canteen kind of a thing.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's handy to have that. And you, now we're actually, Andrew and myself, we're going to be doing a show at your house, basically, at Joe's Pub.
Oh, great.
So you have any tips for being over there?
Yeah, I mean, I recommend having happy hour in the dressing room. And
Done.
I think that's all it takes.
Well, one of the things that I really do admire about you when I see the performances and things is a kind of effortlessness that you bring to performance. And it only comes with that real command of your sense of self. And you really know your body and your instrument, and many people have seen your instrument, maybe surprise, which I imagine involves a lot of more grooming than I would do first. But it really is something to watch you, and you interact with the audience or the tech people a lot, like get it up higher, whatever it is. You really it's just seamless, and you feel very generous of spirit up there on stage. It's a real joy.
Well, I think it's like it's just like a great conversation that you're having with friends, except I'm the only one with the microphone.
and maybe.
What's that?
And maybe your boobs.
And yeah.
Are out.
Yeah. They usually are. Yeah. You can't, it's hard to keep a good woman down,
Amen, sister. I think in the great words of Sojourner Truth. But now, do you have anything coming up that we should be paying attention to?
Well, I'm back.
You gonna be back with Amy Schumer on the show?
I'll be back in her show, and I'm going to be in her movie this summer, a small little part in Trainwreck.
Great.
I have a special coming on Comedy Central called Gynecological Wonder, and that'll be this spring. It'll be their first stab at cabaret, so I hope everybody watches.
I love it. Well, we're all going to watch, and thank you for being here, Bridget. This has been delightful.
Oh, it's been great.
Thank you. How about a round of applause for all my guests here, ladies and gentlemen? And of course, Andrew and Ashley, thanks for everybody here a bit. Now, I know we've got another show coming in here, so we'll move quickly upstairs. But we'll be doing a show April 11th at Joe's Pub, a tribute to Lawrence Welk, so check that out. And we'll be back here in April as well. So now, until next time, I'm going to be starting my own brand of whiskey, and the bottle's going to come with a very nice little bald spot wig that you can wear if you just start to feel too good about yourself. Now let's get back to that great music that we all enjoy. Thank you for being here.